Oh. Cripes, I just clicked off everything and who knew what happened? Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Topher. We are Bossing Concessions. It is live on YouTube and soon to be replayed on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and everything in between, Apple Podcasts, and blah. We are brought to you by SSBN, Small State Big Network, those lovely boys down in Rhode Island. Thank you as always. I'm going to keep on calling them out because I need somebody to comment on Twitter or otherwise. So we've been going for months. And not one of them has reached out to me to say, yo, Telfer, we got to come on the show, bro. We got to do it live. We got to do it up. So this is a shout to the boys down in Rhode Island. I'm calling you out. Call the shot. We've like, here's the deal. I have open availability for people to come on, hang out, talk with me. Maybe one of them might be scared because they sometimes don't like my Red Sox takes. It could be true. It could also be they're upset because they were infatuated with the Marcus Smart, and I wasn't. I'm not a Marcus Smart fan. To those who think like, oh man, like, you know, you talk Celtics, it's amazing. Well, I didn't like Marcus Smart. What? Could be true. Could be false. I don't know. But putting it on notice, the boys. It's time. I've been live for months. You know, I started on Spotify only, then I moved over to YouTube. I've had the absolutely insatiable Joe Murray on the pod. We've talked. We had the Mount Rushmore of assholes. Then I upgraded. Got Bird on. Super Bowl show. Did absolutely wondrous things with that. But the guys who showed me so much love, where are they? Well, I'm going to focus on more love tonight. We got a live show. We got a great show. I've got like so much prep. I actually did pure prep. Notes, live stuff, everything in its mother in order to get us going. If you actually notice, I've actually got a better line to the camera right now. So it's actually showing me in all my glory. So we're going to work with that. Celtics, Bruins, everything else. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? I was ready. Ooh, probably a meatball earlier. Still over there? Nope. All right. You know what I didn't do? I always like to get a drink before I launch. Fuck! I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. Let's kick it. Celtics. They did some back-to-back, and right now we are looking at the final score of tonight's game. It is Boston Celtics 76, Orlando Magic 96. And I know there's a lot out there that are going to be like, wait a minute. Isn't that supposed to be the other way around? Well, let me tell you the roster on this one. Baylor Scheiderman, forward. Torrey Craig, Luke Cornett, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Nimius Quaida, Miles Norris, Jared and Devontae Davidson, Drew Peterson, Jordan Walsh, and Xavier Tillman Sr. What is missing from that? The starting lineup. That's right. They played the small guys. They played it small. They played it even. Gave Orlando Magic the win. Orlando basically ran away with it. What are the highlights of this? Let me break this down. Scheiderman, 35 minutes, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Luke Cornett, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Peyton Pritchard, 15, 10, and 4. 15 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds. I swear to God, he's always all over the place. Sam Hauser, 10 points, no assists. Pass the ball. 3 rebounds himself. Quaida, 11 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. It's like nobody had high on the rebound scale. Miles Norris, Devontae Davidson, Drew Peterson, Jordan Walsh, and Xavier Tillman averaged for total of 11 points between them all. What does this basically say? It was a good game. Highlights were exactly what it was. It was the bench coming in, showing to the fact that they're a little weak on the side of things. However, with certain players, Cornett, Pritchard, Shireman, you're strong. And you're growing. It's not to the fact of a bad thing. It's just you gave Orlando Magic a little bit more. They only won by 20. Where did it go, though? I'll tell you. If it was the other way around, this is one of the reasons why I don't fear Orlando and I'm okay playing them. Okay? If they can put up 20 extra points against a team like this where they're a little off for the night, imagine what they're going to do against a team that's on point every night. And they go in there, you're going to lose by 4 games. You're going to lose by 5 games. You're going to be wiped out and away from the playoffs. I'm okay with that because that means Boston advances. But what does it mean for everybody else? You have a lot to work on and a lot to go for what your ability is going to be. Right now, you're basically going to take the second seed in the East. Okay? That is monumental for where it is. You're not going to catch up to the Cavaliers, even though for whatever reason, it seems like they've kind of derailed. You've got 2 games coming up. You've got the Hornets and the Hornets. By the way, did you know we were playing the Hornets? I just wanted to let you know, in case you saw that we're playing the Hornets. Now, the Hornets may be involved, but it's going to be the Hornets. The Hornets and Celtics kick off tomorrow, 7:30, and then Sunday the 13th at 1 p.m. So that's 2 more games. So you're basically looking at, you're either going to be 59 and 23, because you could do the same thing you did. You could be 61 and 21. You could be 60 and 22. Either which way, the Knicks don't move. The Knicks are still going to be locked in 3rd. And the Cavaliers are still going to be up at the top of the Eastern Conference. Now, still looking at everybody, they played the Knicks the other night. I can't go over that game. That was completely fine. Where the hell is it? Ta-da. Someone gave me a clip to the fact, if I'm looking something up, try to talk to you guys. So, I'm going to try not to... I'm going to try to talk. Yeah, playing the Knicks, 119-117. Let me tell you how great this game was. I don't know what decided to actually make a click on this. Tatum and Porzingis were just straight fire. The only part that worried me was Derek White had double the rebounds that Porzingis has. Like, you're sitting there thinking, Kristaps Porzingis is a large dude. How did he not? How did he not in any which way, shape, or form have more rebounds than Derek White? Well, it's simple. Somebody was shooting the ball more. Somebody had a little bit more focus in what he was doing. And it wasn't a bad thing. I mean, Porzingis played 39 minutes. He had 34 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Derek White, 14 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Almost a triple-double. We like those. Drew Holiday, 16 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Jason Tatum, 32 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. It was basically a test. And the test is the Knicks gave their all to try to make whatever the Celtics were going to do to fall apart, to break down. Well, the problem is Porzingis said no. Tatum said no at the end of the game with a kiss for a 3. Right to overtime. And then after that, and there were a couple mistakes. And Boston let it go. But that's been the Knicks so far this season. Coming into the season when they traded for Kyle Anthony Towns, we talked about that. Getting Cat on this team was probably one of the most weirdest things that I even expected. And for lack of a better term, they did it. They got it done. The dynamic was different. And yes, they're a dominant team, but to a point. Like it goes to an extent. It's not overbearingly, holy crap, look at us go, we're making this stick out. No, we're dominant, but we're limited. And I feel that the Knicks could have actually gone over a hell of a lot more. But hey, I'm not technically a Knicks fan. I can't tell you to the fact that I can only look at what I see and what I do and what I know. And I do know things. That's why I'm here. The Knicks, for some reason, I swear, it's either they're cursed or whatever they go through. But there is positives to being a Knicks fan. Spike Lee can show you that completely. The love and the heart for the New York fans and the love and atmosphere in Madison Square Garden when a Knicks game goes on, you're going to have 50 people in there. You're going to have 50,000 people in there. People know who's there, and they know who they're rooting for. So up, down, left, right, this is probably one of the better Knicks teams that anybody's seen in years. Are they going to go to the NBA Finals? It's probably a couple years away. But is it possible? Yes. Are they where the Celtics are right now? No. Can they get there? Yeah. Does that make me nervous as a Celtics fan? A little bit. Because look at Cleveland. Cleveland itself was a mid-grade pack. And I can go back and take a look at this for the standings. I think we did this at the current moment. 23-24. The Cavaliers were 4th. Okay? For the 22-23 season, they were 4th. For the 21-22 season, they were 9th. Do you see where I'm going with this? There's growth potential. For the 2020-2021 season, they were 13th. So they went from 13 to 9 to 4 to 4 to 1. That right there screams, holy cow. And the 1920 season, they were dead last at 15. But dynamic can also mean a lot of things. Look at the Bucks. Milwaukee's been anything but. You look at the Milwaukee Bucks right now, they're 5th. Last year, they were 3rd. The year before, they were 1st. 21-22 season, they were 3rd. And for the 2021 season, they were 3rd again. So, play as it is. It's a thing that you got to see, a thing that you got to watch. But the thing that completely goes off is you're getting to the point where, are the Celtics becoming everything you want to and then some? Yes, because they're running amok, but they're bouncing. I'll start with the 2021 season because it's right in front of me. They were 7th. 21-22, they were 2nd. 22-23, they were 2nd. 23-24, they were 1st. 24-25, they're 2nd. So, top 5, push, yes. Top 3, push, most of the time. Champions, last year. The thing is the Celtics are making a stand of being habitually what they are. A very damn good ball team. What are the teams doing around them, though? Are they getting better? Yeah. But are they also getting worse? And I say this because thinking between the 23-24 team, the Pacers were 6th. And that was the team that everybody was scared of. This year, the Pacers are 4th. But of course, last year, the Pistons were dead last in the Eastern Conference Final. I don't think this is something that, anybody expected to even talk about. Let me tell you where the Pistons are right now. They're 6th. So the Detroit Pistons jumped 9 spots. Basically blew all expectations out. They're in the playoffs this year. That's a different dynamic. The Bucks are there. The Knicks are there. Okay? The Pacers, there. 76ers, not there. Yeah, that's one of the teams that went the other way. I'll go from 2020, like the 2021 season, the 76ers were top game. That was during COVID season. 21-22, they were 4th. 22-23, they were 3rd. And then 23-24, they were 7th. Now, they're 13th, which means they're out of contention for playoffs. Like, you're basically looking at everything that you're doing. So, right now, looking at this, The Cavs clinched the conference. Celtics clinched the division. The Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, Pistons, they clinched the playoff position. And the Magic, Hawks, Bulls, and Heat, they got the play-in position. So I believe those four are going to play, what, 2-2? And then see who goes where. I think that's how they do it. So that's a way to go. I mean, there's no real way you can actually divide it or take it away or do anything different. This is what you're looking at. This is the growth spurt that you'll have. Can you run with this? Yeah. The Celtics only dropped one spot. The Cavs moved up. The Knicks moved up. The Pacers moved up. The Bucks dropped down. The Pistons jumped up. Everything else is basically like extra because it's going to be your wild card. And like I said, the only team that I'm really, really worried about is on the Western Conference between the Thunder and the Rockets. The Thunder last year were atop the seed. And then the Rockets, they were 11th. So they jumped 9 spaces. There's more things when you're looking at what the Celtics are going to do and who they're going to play. And it's going to be basically your drive-in. The Thunder for this year, they clinched the conference. The Rockets clinched the division. Nobody else has clinched anything else. And by the way, the Lakers are now third. But they're 16 and a half games up. Or 16 and a half games back. But then a game and a half back from them is the Clippers. And the Nuggets. And the Warriors. And the Grizzlies. And then 2.5 games back are the Timberwolves. This is how close the Western Conference is from getting completely jumbled. Do I think the Lakers have it even with Luka? No. You have LeBron James going to have that issue. You have Luka who's going to have their issue. You've got their no-nonsense defense. You have the no breakdown of everything else. The Rockets, good working team. Thunder, good working team. The only other team that I basically got worked over that I'm kind of concerned with is the Nuggets, and I feel bad. You just came in, you fired the coach. 10-year coach. Had everybody like on his side, on the platform. And it's not like you dropped heavy. You just got people that got really, really good around you. So now you got to worry about your GM and your coach. What does that do for the remainder? You got the Warriors who are creeping up since they got Jimmy Butler. You got the Grizzlies who are making like mocks and go. Timberwolves. Everybody else is just kind of bland, but they're there. This is the workings of anybody can make it, but you see how close. Because the Thunder right now are completely like they're ahead of the curve. The Rockets are 13 games back from the Thunder. Then you have the Lakers 2.5 games behind them. No, 3.5 games behind them. So with everything that they have to go, yeah, It's called a wash. But the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, those are all play. And then from the teams I just mentioned, with the Timberwolves involved, that could always get fluffed, jumbled. You're at the top, you go down below. The Lakers lose the next 2 games. They're 18 and a half games back. Okay? That means the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, if they win 2 games, they go ahead of the Lakers by 0.5. If 2 of those teams, they go forward, the others go back. That's how branded this whole thing is. You could be the 3rd. A day later, you're down to 5th. Another day later, you're down to 8th. You see the difference? If you really want to be that in-game play, there it is. Only difference to the Lakers is they can score, they have high quality, and they can go with certain ability. But it's still that Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic matchup. You're losing. Luka Doncic cannot cover Jaylen Brown. He can't cover Jason Tatum. You're going to put Porzingis on him, and he's going to stop him. There's probably nothing that Luka has changed from his game after losing the finals with Kyrie Irving in Dallas last year. You've probably worked on getting in shape. You've probably worked on how you're going to carry yourself for like the whole entire time. Your conditioning, you've worked on all that, and you worked on your offense. Tell me what you've worked on for your defense without telling me you've worked on your defense. Because I can guarantee you haven't done anything. Because I'm not seeing it. Guys still get past Luka. It's great that you put up 50 points. It's great that your predecessor or side partner puts up another 35 points next to you. There are going to be 4 guys that put up 25 plus a night that are basically going to own you because they're going to defend you. And the only thing you can do is sit there idly by and watch because you can't defend them. That could be the Thunder. That could be Houston. That could be the Clippers, Nuggets, the Warriors. I think Steph Curry proved it the last time they played. I want to see if I can get a look here really quick. Warriors, Lakers, 123-116. Butler had 11. Moses Moody, 13. Steph Curry, 37 points. Kuminga had 18. Podziemski had 28. Draymond Green had 8, but he had 11 rebounds. And then the Lakers. Luka had 19. 19 with 7 assists and 8 rebounds. LeBron James had 33 points. Hachimura had 24 points. Austin Reeves matched up with 31. If you really think to the fact that you're going to win anything with Luka Doncic pitching off 19 points, and yes, he was an assist hound and a rebound hound, great, cool, congratulations. Where's his points? They don't exist. You find people that'll stop Luka Doncic, you're going to stop the Lakers. It's going to happen. Because if Luka can't score, he can't defend. He's not a steal person. He's not in the aspects of that. I can look at his stats. Basketball reference. Points for this year, 27.6. Total rebounds, 8.2. 7.7 in assists. Steals. He's had, in the last 5 games, he's had 4. But he can turn over. But he like the last time he played the Pelicans, he had 35 points. He had 30 against OKC. And they beat OKC, but then the previous night they lost. And he had 23. So, yes, can you allow a nugget in there? Sure. Is it going to make a difference? No. You have to play these people a minimum of 4+ games to where you could go to like a total of 7. Oklahoma is going to dominate you. They're going to eat you up, spit you out. What do you think happens with LeBron James when he can't control a team? There's a video going viral to the fact that like he tried to like get a rebound and Hachimura was right there trying to make sure he got it. And like either there was a foul or something else, and LeBron got pissed. He reminded me of Dan Marino running around with his wide receivers, yelling, screaming, hollering at him. Dude, what do you think's going on here? This is not going to hold you really well. If you can't get this right and you get bounced from the playoffs, I'm sorry. In my eyes, the Mavericks did right. And looking at a lot of things, he's not what you would find to be the most motivational person in the world. He's smiles, he's positive, but there's things that kind of lack from him. And that's for me what I'm looking at. And I mean, if I'm also looking at the standings, look at the Lakers last game. 112-97. Luka had 45 points. And LeBron had 27. I'm going to tell you straight up, it was against the Dallas Mavericks. If he didn't score anything over 35, it's a loss. You played 38 minutes. You should score 45 points. That's who you are against your old team. You want to show them up. But then again, what do they have right now? They traded for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is down. They had Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, down. They've got Klay Thompson, Spencer Dinwiddie. Perfect. PJ Washington. Naj Marshall. Oh, wait, Anthony Davis played. Oh, he came back. Well, he didn't show it. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 33 minutes. These are things I'm looking for the Celtics to play. You want to go against your championship? This is what you're looking at. It's going to be one of those nights. One of those nights. Just like this, is one of those days. Because you know what it's time for? It's Bruins talk now, baby. You know what that's going to mean? We're going hot and heavy. So let's talk about yesterday. Bruins showed up with the Red Sox, throwing out the ceremonial first pitches. Tuukka Rask, Zdeno Chara. Zdeno looking like, just, But the greatest thing of all is you have days like this. You have moments like this. And it's the only thing that can keep a Bruins fan from going, ah. But now you've got to get back in the saddle because the 7-2 win against the New Jersey Devils. I don't know how you get through to that, but I'm just impressed to the fact that like you even made it that far. And yeah, I'm going to comments because you know what we're going to do? We're going to do Bruins comments. It's one of the things I love to do because of the wonderful things they do. So the Bruins last game. Now, mind you, when we went live, we talked about the 5-1 win against the Hurricanes. They did lose 6-3 against the Sabres. But then went 7-2 against a pretty decent New Jersey Devils team. I mean, the Devils are in the playoffs. This is what I don't get. Are you ready? The past 3 games. 3 games for the Bruins. You played the Devils. They're in the playoffs. You beat them. You played the Hurricanes. Top of the Metro Division. You beat them. You play the Sabres, where they're just above you. You lose. What is happening here? Why are you having those moments where you can beat the crap? I mean, you can beat the great teams, but you can't beat the crap. The Sabres, you should have just walked right over. If you could have beat the Hurricanes, if you could have beaten the Devils, should have walked all over the Sabres. You didn't. David Pastrnak, 3 points. And it was a celebratory day that day. 1 goal, 2 assists. Morgan Geekie. 1 goal, 1 assist. Michael Callahan. A goal. Kopicki. Lauko. Minton. Or as they call him, Minty. I like that. Middlestat. These guys got goals. Where was this mid-year? Were some of these guys not on the team? There was a thing that came out that said somebody in an interview was saying that it wasn't Swayman that was causing the issue to the team. It was a couple other aspects that were causing like more drama in the background that we didn't see. And I believe it was one of the newly acquired one of the newly acquired gentlemen for the Bruins that was causing A little bit of pushback. And it wasn't just like being the little bit of pushback from being on the team. It was a little bit of pushback from being captain. And there was draw from that. There was draw into like where it was going, people defending other people. It was basically an all out mess. My wondering if this is true because if Nikita Zadorov is that type of guy and he comes in being that person, wanting to be that dominant player. Well, first off, before you come into a Bruins locker room, define your game before you define your position. What do I mean by that? Because we know he's a defenseman. Define your game showing you how you can play D, how you can shut down shooters, how you can help your goalie establish where the puck is, what to do, where to go. And then after that, then show your leadership. Show to the fact that you are that person to stand in there. Because if you're the new guy on the team and you're just saying whatever you want, dude, there's the door. We've got our way. We've got our, it's how to put it in a way that works. I'm not taking away Zadorov's positioning. It's just if I'm the new guy, played on other teams, I'm giving my 2 cents. I'm putting my best foot forward. I'm showing exactly who I am, what I am. But in the midst of doing all that, there's another thing I'm doing. I'm showing I can carry the team, the angle, the everything I can do. I'm not sitting here blowing smoke, causing an issue with the current captain, which if Zadorov showed his positivity and it went against Marchand, which I said I don't think Marchand was a proper fit for being captain. And maybe his tenure here in Boston caused it. If he was butting heads and it kind of went to Swayman over Zadorov, isn't that a little kind of odd? Because right now, I'm not I'm not really buying into a lot of the guys that came in here. I'm buying into like the younger kids. I'm buying into like the dynamic that they're finding now. I'm buying in on the fact that like they're kind of having a little fun and running with it. But that's Bruins hockey. You go out there to have fun. You go out there to play. And then you show your strengths. You show your, you show your suave. Um, you show your metal. You show everything you got. The Bruins team for the end of this year is showing me that they could have played. But now I want to know what stopped them. What held them back? Was it Zadorov? Was it Marchand? Was it Coyle? Was it anybody else? Was it Swayman? Don't get me wrong. I understand the fact, like right now, you're showing that you can carry and be everything you want to be, and then some, in order to make yourself the guy, the team. But you can't do that when you're in last place in the division. Like, I'm looking at the standings, and you're tied with the Flyers for points. This is in the Atlantic and the Metro. The Eastern Conference, you are tied for last. I probably can't even tell you. Right now, I'm 2015-16. Here's 16-17, 17-18, 18-19, 19-20, 2021, 2021-22, 22-23, 23-24, 24-25. So this let me go back 10 years. 10 plus years it's been since we've been at the very bottom. We're a shoe. We're underneath the shoe. I get it. You're winning 7-2. It's shown right there on the screen on YouTube. Hey, Spotify members, go check out YouTube if you really want to see it. But you're the shoe. You're the bottom of the shoe. You're the crap on the bottom of the shoe. There's no way around that. The next step up is to be the soul. And I'm not talking about SOUL. I'm talking about SOLE. Because it goes with soul. No, you should not be where you are. Last year, you had 109 points. 3 teams were top on you on the Eastern, in the Eastern Conference. 22-23, 135. You were the most dominant thing. You went out the wayside. 21-22, you had 107 points. 2021, he had 73. But then again, that was COVID. That was broken up. That was crap. 2019-2020, you had 100 points. And mind you, Tuukka Rask was having a banner friggin' year going into what should have been a possibility of another Stanley Cup for Boston. Why? Because during the regular season, I don't care who says it, why you say it, what you say with it, you are not stopping Tuukka Rask. That year was his year. That was his monumental, I'm on a roll, I feel good, I feel healthy, I feel wild, I'm stopping everything in its tracks. And that was the year. He had 107 points the year before. '17, '18, you had 112. The COVID year was a shortened time. 70-something points was basically like the norm of norms. It was where you wanted to be. There is no reason that you should have been anything under 90. No. Scratch it, reverse it, go away. That's a bunch of crap. No way. Oh. There's got to be better times than that. But there's positives. What's positives? Third career 100-point season for David Pastrnak. Second most in Bruins history. Bobby Orr had 6 of them. Esposito had 6 of them. This man is up there with now 2 of the most prominent Bruins in history. Bobby and Philly. Well, I should have called him Espo. Makes more sense. Those 2 are staples of what it means for a spoke B. And when you go up to where their records are, you're already making yourself in the league. We understand Ovechkin came out and went ham on Gretzky. Great. When you're a Bruin and you've been under the sweater for as many years as you have, you're showing a couple extra things. And this is that couple extra. You are the third Bruin with 3 consecutive 100-point seasons where Bobby Orr did it 6 straight and Espo did it 5 straight. Where is that wrong? And congrats to Pastrnak because he's been the shining light on this Bruins team. And I'm grateful to the fact that you're showing these really cool, hey, we're breaking these records, we're breaking these records. But what are you doing to show for it to the team? I'm all for individual accomplishments. I am when it comes down to it. What I'm not down for is not having that moment to speak for it. Because it's like, hey, I got a 100-point season. 3rd year in a row. What you got? Nothing? Damn. Hey, over there, Mr. Defense Man, what you got? Nothing? Cool. Hey, Mr. Goalie, what you got? Nothing? All right. Hey, 100-point season man over here. I can speak happy. I can speak moving mountains. But like how great it is that like a 100-point season has arrived. But this is where I'm saying there's no leadership behind those 100 points. You went out, you did your job, you did great. But what did you lead for your team? You could have had a 100-point season and a 100-point season for your team. What'd you do? These are staples where if you're the leader in the group where you should be making the tone and you're not setting the tone, there's a kind of an imbalance there. Like I said, I'm all for the 100-point seasons. I'm all for the woo, let's go. But I'm not seeing a good carry out of it. Am I alone here? Am I one to like kind of question this? Like, great to get the individual accomplishment, but do you want the team accomplishment in the process? The team accomplishment would be get up, get moving, make the playoffs. That's at least what I'm understanding. Do I feel that happened? No. Am I missing something? Because what I feel like I'm missing is individual effort, like not individual effort, but I'm missing team effort. I'm kind of like looking at the fact that like I'm looking at a third career 100-point season for David Pastrnak, who can kind of do this with his eyes closed at the current moment. Between the assists, between the points, between the goals. Let's see. There's a difference between Pastrnak and Bergeron. Patrice just didn't want to do the individual stats. He loved them. He was grateful for them. And everything that he did made it more monumental. But what made him a captain, what made him a leader, was knowing that he didn't do those accomplishments without his teammates. He couldn't get as far without his teammates. He pushed his teammates to match him with how he was going individually with the whole team. Not only did Bergeron make monumental stats or individual stat leads or become like the man who does this, shortly after, one or two other players did. Whether it be 100-point season or just being on the ice. And then the team would be one of the teams that, hey, you made it for the 8th consecutive year in the playoffs. You did this or that in the playoffs. You made 135 points for the regular season. Well, do you see what you're missing there, though? You've got the whole stat. It's not just you. It's the team. It's the people on the team. Who else got a big stat this year? Besides Jeremy Swayman for like doing 100 games? Where's the stat aspect to it? What are you pumping for like the other people around you? This is why I believed Marchand should have not been the captain. Because it's like individuality was where it's at, and team-wise kind of went out the door when Bergeron left. And now the fact that you have Pastrnak running amok and taking a lot of the individual stats, great, cool. But where's the team focus? It's really not there. So where were you lacking without really telling us where you were lacking? Where are you not showing the strength when you should be showing the strength? Somebody makes a comment, why can't you people just be positive and enjoy the win? Congrats, Bees, on all the milestones tonight. 7 scores, Pastrnak 100-point season, Callahan's first goal, Geeky hits 30 goals. The Bees fought hard, played a great game. The crap cards have been dead. They fought every night until there's no fight left. Please congratulate them. It's right when you guys do straight out of the Patriots playbook. Can't even lose right. How about play like this when it matters? I love that. If you played like this, steamrolling teams like this that were high up that were going to be in the playoffs, that'd be you up there. I know I just wiped my nose like it looked like I was like I farted and just like sniffing away. Smelly. I like it. I didn't do either one. Person says to the person, like, play like this when it matters. Hey, how about you go out there and do it? They got what they wanted. Coach will be gone. GM will be gone, but they'll play their hearts out the last few games to show worth. That's not a bad cat. But of course, somebody's saying GM should have been gone a long time ago and he's not losing his job. I'd like to know how this person knows that. Couch GMs, couch presidents now. Listen, my assessment, and this is from my standpoint looking in, is it going to change the outcome? No. But Don Sweeney has not done anything to make life positive in the land of the bees. What has he done? He brought in players that didn't produce. He brought in cancers that kicked around. They fired a coach because they thought it was him. They got rid of players. They talked basically about the aspect of extensions with a specific player that kind of were on the wayside that just didn't exist. Hate to break it to somebody, but there's a lot of trash going on around here. His name is Bruin. No pressure now, so he's here. They can't handle the pressure or play when it matters. I've always been told, and I got told this one day when I said, how does it feel to be out on the court playing? And it was Rick Fox signing a basketball for me. And the one thing he said was, in tight pressure games, one's going to win, one's going to lose. You can't change that aspect. But the one thing you can change is your attitude of how you play. Now, granted, the Bruins have had a piss poor attitude all year. Whether it's, oh, the Swayman thing, or the Marchand thing, or the no defense thing, or the this thing, or the that thing. Where was the fun? Where was the, hey, we have no control over this anymore. Let's just ride. 20 games into the season, that's how you should have interacted. We're not sure what we're going to do, but we're just going to come out and have fun. We're going to stomp you in our own way. So even if we don't score 5 goals, you score 4. The other guy scored 3. Who wins? Bruins. Does it change the stats? Yep. That's all it is. Go out, have fun, shoot a puck, shoot 3 pucks. Shoot from the friggin' blue line, for crying out loud. Just get a shot on goal. After that, defense. Get the puck out of the zone. Grab the puck. Give it up. Get it over to your forward to get it out of the zone. Get in the dirty areas. Show to the fact of what you want to do when you're playing the puck. You can't do anything of what I just said if you're not playing the right kind of game. And right now, they were just playing to the fact that, we want to win. We're going to do this. It's just disappointment. Speaking of the starting of disappointment, well, the Red Sox played. It's cold outside. And according to Red Sox faithful, they are showing the pattern of streaky. Here's 4 losses, then 5 wins. Now they've got 3 losses, and if you go with the pattern, they're probably going to have the 4 before they go back to having 5. Are they anywhere in where they need to be? Well, the standings have basically jumped the Blue Jays up. The Red Sox are down, and the Yankees are in the middle. They are the cream filling for once in their lives. I'm still really disappointed in the Orioles, though, because they're dead last. They're dead last. They're 5-8, but the Rays are 5-6. But they haven't played the same amount of games. Even the Athletics have actually shown. The White Sox are still playing like garbage. I feel like I should do a White Sox team, an MLB The Show, and trade for players and see what I can get and see if I can at least get them to be a 500 team. It sounds good. It'll be horrible, but it sounds good. My one thing is that right now we're 10, we played March. Let me see the games. Spring training was March 23rd. Okay, so we're 17 games, or we're 17 days away from a full month into the season. And there's kinks in the armor. There's kind of who can hold their own, who can do certain things, who's got the capability. Right now, granted, Rafael Devers is stepping in the right direction. He's over 200 right now for hitting. Bregman is actually showing his worth. Tristan Campbell is an absolute dynamo. Jaron Duran is stepping up a little bit. Even with his situation, we were hoping nothing for the best for him. Weiler Abreu is coming out of nowhere. Tristan Cassis, I hate to say, sucks. Trevor Story is at least holding his weight, which makes Tristan Cassis suck even more. Zidane Rafaela needs to step up a little bit, but still Tristan Cassis sucks. David Hamilton is actually making Tristan Cassis look like an all-star. David Hamilton being the second baseman, he is playing like crapiola. He is under 100 batting average. The next person up that's better than him, Tristan Cassis. Tristan Cassis was supposed to be this monumental person that steps in and goes, yeah. He's batting 163. He's got a home run, which is congratulations. He's got 7 hits. What is the difference between him and Rafael Devers? And Rafael Devers is getting paid $300 million. Tristan Cassis isn't even getting a fraction of that. Cassis is also not producing at a level that he should be. This is a guy that basically should have been taken off. This is a guy that should have been kind of like a Campbell, or Crochet, where he should have had more control. He should have been more sought after, and this is where you go into it. So I'm breaking down the aspect of what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it. And the reason why I'm looking at it is because after 30 days, I want to know who the weakest link is. Who's the weakest link right now with the Red Sox? Is that anybody in the bullpen? Is it a pitcher? Tristan Casas? My mind was actually leaning on Rafael Devers for the beginning of the season. Rafael's kind of like turned it around. So if he's pulling it around, great. So what's David Hamilton doing? He's got one hit. One. Singular. 14 at bats, one hit. He's got a run. He's got an RBI. He's got 2 stolen bases. But he's got nothing to it. He's played in 21 games. That was from spring training. I'm sorry. I hate when they don't show the whole damn thing. Standard batting. He's been in 6 games. He's had 15 plate appearances, 14 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 stolen base, 1 base on balls, 5 Ks. And next thing you know, like people like that are just going to be like, "Oh, I'm not playing every day." You're not playing every day. So what are you doing? You don't get batting practice. You don't get reps. You played 98 games last year. You had a 248 batting average. At your 25 years of age, you had a 121. You had 33 at bats out of 15 games. If this is what's come to be for when I have to look at the Red Sox, I mean, Romy Gonzalez, he's batting .467. He's the second baseman. Can't fault him right now because he's got 2 RBI, 7 hits, and he's actually showing his worth. So these are moments that I look at. Is Tristan Casas the weakest link? Is it a pitcher? Is it a bullpen guy? Is it a starter? Does it go back to being Rafael Devers after like 5 games from now? You know, these are things where it's like, damn it. I get it. It's the beginning of the year. Okay. You're looking at, from what I'm looking at, standings of being, okay, you've got 13 games in. But what do you have to show for those 13 games? Like, who's like you could probably go in the Yankees and look at the team and go, "Oh, well, the new bats are like the sensation on the team." You know? Can you say like it's pitching? Can you say it's like anybody hitting? Sure. You know? Can it be poor Cody Bellinger and his bad wings? Who gives somebody bad wings? Why? But I'm not gonna fault like games like the 2-1 loss to the Blue Jays. It's 2-1. You know, I can't fault that. But when you lose 6-1 and 6-2 the past two games, after putting 18 runs against the Cardinals, but giving up 7 in the process, it's like the previous night was 5-4, and then the night before that was 13-9. You took 2 out of the 3 games of the Orioles. You even blanked them on one. These are the little things that make you go, what is causing this team to get a bad start? And where do you want to go forward with being everything that they need to have? This is my candidness. This is what I'm looking at. This is why I'm sitting here going, there's going to be a weak link somewhere. It may be one person. It may be 2 people. It may be 3 people for all we know. But we know the fact that somewhere down the line, there is going to be at the 30-day mark, who's your weak guy? Who doesn't hold the mustard? That's where I'm going with this. That's where I'm putting this. The team has a little bit of a different dynamic. Not gonna sugarcoat it, but I've also stated out of some of the things I've looked at, I still have not liked Alex Cora's body language. It's saying something specific that just gives me anxiety. Gives me agita. Anybody know what agita is? It's what our next subject's going to be before we sign off. You have too much of it. But that's the point, though. This is where it gets bad. You're looking for the work. You're looking for the subsidization of what you're looking at. And there's nothing there. Because also that in any which way, shape, or form, Alex Cora is basically going to go to the media and go, well, we got to believe in this guy. We got to believe in this guy. And we just have to hold faith. That's what I believe. That's how I'm going to carry it. That's what I'm believing in. So where can you get things that kick where they need to kick? One of the biggest things you need to look at is, what is the coach doing to get everybody motivated? When you look like this, which is smug, no emotion, no nothing during a loss, and you're not showing your oomph to at least get it across the board, there's an issue. Carry yourself, strengthen yourself, do what you need to, for crying out loud. This is what you get paid for. Motivate your team. Every single time I've looked at Cora on the TV, it's been like he's either got a seed stuck in between his teeth, or he's letting off silent wind that is going to annihilate people that walk by going, oh. There needs to be a break. Who is it? Who is the guy? 30 days. 30 days. We'll talk about it when it comes up to the 30 days. Who's the weak link? Okay. Who can we say you're the weakest link? Goodbye to. I know a lot of people are basically going to say, oh my God, that's such an old thing. You're right. It's an old thing, but it's still damn true. I swear to God, the Red Sox get me so worked up. And they shouldn't. It's too early in the season. Bunch of bums. From the guys you've played, you should have a winning record by now. And you had one before the Blue Jays came in. And then the Blue Jays just said, bad baby, bad baby. Well, you know, I wanted to end this this lovely, wonderful podcast with something completely different. And I'm not talking about anything from Monty Python. But if you know the reference, thank you. Thank you. You are old enough for this podcast. And if you don't know the reference, you might be too young for it. Just saying. Or you may have no lives. But one of the things that's brightened a lot of people, me included, is dipping sauce. What, pray tell, Topher, did you bring dipping sauce into this podcast for? You were just sitting here talking about sports. You were talking about the Red Sox. You were talking about the Bruins. And now you have a picture of sauce on YouTube. And anybody who's listening on Spotify, you're basically saying, hey, there's sauce. Well, as I was writing down my notes for the Bruins, I'm sitting here and I'm having dinner, and I ordered a couple things. And I will shout out the place because it is amazing. I personally, I love Pizza World in Reading, Mass. Their pizza is probably up there with like the good pizzas I get. Their sandwiches are absolutely fantastic. The service, the good feels and everything like that when you go in, it's well worth it. It's why I keep on going back. These are the reasons why I keep going back. So I did get dinner, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some dinner, write down some notes, go over a couple things. And one of the things that hit me was I got a thing of broccoli cheddar bites. And I'm like, man, I haven't had these in so long. I'm gonna enjoy this because I absolutely enjoy broccoli cheddar bites. Little broccoli, little cheddar, little bacon, some crispiness to it, the notes. It's good. So I take a bite and I'm in heaven. It's a good deal. But then I notice that there's a sauce. It's a white sauce. Anybody thinking like, that kind of white sauce, get your mind out of the gutter. Sorry, buddy. I shoot it, don't drink it. But I look at the sauce and I'm like, why would there be white sauce? I figured like a good marinara, good something like, something like that. And I found out the sauce is ranch. I'm like, I need to know where this fits. The bacon, okay. The Broccoli. Okay, cool. It's a green. But the cheddar and the outside, I'm not really sure. I know it works on a jalapeno popper. There's something about like I think it's like oh, it might be the cheddar cheese jalapeno poppers. For some reason, the ranch works with that. But I was like, you know something, I gotta try it. Why the heck not? So I dip, take a bite, and I gotta dip again because you gotta do the secondary and make sure everything's good with it. It wasn't bad. It was different. I'm not gonna say it was like my best thing concoction wise, but man, it was good. And the reason now that I bring dipping sauce into this is we've talked about the Bruins, we've talked about the Celtics, we've talked about the Red Sox. We've even, you know, over the past couple of nights we haven't talked to them much. We've talked about the Patriots, and the dipping sauce is so much like the main event. It's a supporting cast member. It's somebody who's there for you. It's someone who brings up the good moments in what you're wanting to see and showing that hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm here for. So dipping sauce in that manner is I'm trying to get the aspect of what is like the best dipping sauce. But not only that, but besides the most popular dipping sauces, um, what is it? What's it reason? No, I looked on the internet. I'm like, all right, let me see what the most dipping sauces is. Do you know the most dipping sauce that anybody recommends or anybody goes to is ketchup? Here's why. It's a versatile condiment, pairs well with a wide variety of foods: French fries, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets, scrambled eggs. It's got the tangy yet slightly sweet flavor. It's appealing to many people. It's even appealing to people that hate tomatoes, but they like ketchup. But I've also seen vice versa. They like tomatoes, they hate ketchup. Does that make any sense? Ketchup is made from a tomato. Ketchup is readily available, it's affordable, it's easygoing. It's a staple condiment. But then like it's breaking down the other popular dipping sauces. One of them, as I'm reading it, is mayonnaise. Now, I can understand a condiment. Mayonnaise would be a condiment, something that goes on top of something, something that basically brings your palate flavor and everything. I don't see that as, hi, I have a little cup of mayonnaise and I'm dipping my fry in it. Ew. No. Pass. Hard pass. But then again, I'm also not sitting there going, "Hey, let me dip my chicken finger in mayonnaise." So the chicken is meeting the egg. Ugh. No, 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 no. Pass. Ranch dressing. Ranch dressing. It's creamy, tangy, herby. Um, the way they break this down, it works for chicken tenders. They have fries on here. It's like chicken tenders, fries. I'm one that ranch sauce is phenomenal with a lot of things. I used to dip my pizza crust in ranch sauce. And I know some people dip their whole pizza in ranch sauce. That's something about the sauce and the ranch that just doesn't sit with me. Um, honey mustard. Honey mustard. I love honey mustard. It is really good for chicken fingers. And if you get the pure one that has the pure mustard in it, not just, hey, I'm overbearing with like the tang sauce. Um, but you could see the difference between the mustard and also the honey to it. That with French fries, um, with your chicken fingers, that's even something to where, like, if you take grilled chicken and you toss it around and then you put it in a wrap, oh, that's that's where it's at. Buffalo sauce, spicy and tangy sauce made from cayenne pepper, vinegar, butter, commonly used with chicken wings or as a dip. I will go straight out when I'm looking at this. Buffalo sauce is one of those highly recommended pieces that, yes, it goes on chicken. Have I put it on a burger? Yes. Have I put it on eggs? Yes. Um, of course, I'll either put Frank's Red Hot or um there's another one that I get that's a really good hot sauce. Um that's Mexican. And it's like, oh, that's that's a win right there. It feels good, tastes good, etc. Tartar sauce. This is now breaking the barrier where it goes fish and chips. This is a mayonnaise thing, but they're not. It's not just straight up mayonnaise. Straight up mayonnaise with a French fry. No. Tartar sauce has a difference to it. It has herbs, it has flavor, but it has pickles and it has a different taste to it that makes you kind of go, got to try this. Tartar sauce with the chicken finger was actually really good, but it depends on where you get the chicken fingers from. Now, here's a kick that I usually have: Chick-fil-A sauce. It is the blend of barbecue, honey mustard, and ranch. It's a fan favorite and popular dipping sauce for chicken. It's popular from Chick-fil-A itself. Like, most of these things are like, most dipping sauces, I swear, have come from chicken or something that thereof that you're doing. I've tried multiple. I've tried dipping chicken in certain things. Um, the one thing I can convert from a regular household item all the way to a dipper is a Wendy's Frosty. Please nobody judge me. It's one of those, you looked at it and it's like you get the sweet and salty. You get the sweet and savory piece. You understand it. Here's where the curve is. A lot of people will look at that and go, no. I was one of those people. Somebody then took a fry, dipped it in their Frosty, and put it in my mouth. And I was like, I have no bare reason but to chew because I'm not wasting a fry. I'm not wasting ice cream. It's kind of rude. And from that moment on, I was kind of hooked. So when somebody said, "Yeah, this is pretty," no, I was granted, yay. Um, but I'm also trying to figure out what the most popular condiment also is. I mean, I want like a dipping sauce. Like marinara is a dipping sauce. Marinara is great for certain things. Um, Marinara being that dipping sauce for um chicken is really nice because you can dip it in the sauce and get that nice texture with the flavors. Um, you can do it with French fries. It's completely okay. It's a little weird. I'm not going to sit there eating a French fry with like an abundance of sauce and all. Um, Breadsticks is a really good work for a marinara. Um, I don't know about any of you, but when I have my mozzarella sticks, I don't use a dipping sauce. I really can't. So I've tried in certain ways to figure out where there's a good reason for it. Um, I've just gotten completely. I know ranch like well, some of the reasons why people like blue cheese over ranch when it comes to wings. Is because they feel like the texture of the blue cheese actually goes really well with the wings. It breaks down for like a good amount of the sauce. You don't have to go crazy with it. Um, but I'm a ranch person. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like blue cheese. Um, but I, I really I gotta say, like my lean in is the honey mustard and also the ranch sauce. Um, the weirdest thing I've seen is like someone taking a fried ravioli and putting it in a ranch. Nope. Fried ravioli is very good with marinara. I've also seen people use barbecue. I just have this moment to where like the Italian in me is sitting there like that is a ravioli. I get it. There's cheese on the inside. It, it's a fried base. It's like, man, that's not nope, not going there. So, what is your favorite? What drives you folks? What gets you for like your dipping sauce? Like when you order your wings, what is your go-to sauce? Um, I could state I was at Sylvan Street Grill on Monday. They had a I want to say it was like a Japanese, no, it was a Korean barbecue sauce for a wing. I just thought it was going to be like regular barbecue, straight up. That's it. This thing was so, so tangy, had a little spice, was really good. You hit that with the blue cheese. Oh, it's where I'm at. It's where I'm at because right now I want wings. Like I want wings or something to dunk. And I know I should have went down the way, but I'm like, you know something? I've been talking about sports so much. There's got to be a break where I'm going to talk about dipping sauces. I'm going to talk about like why dipping sauces are really good. So, what's the top sauce? Because I just looked up a couple things. You know what's somebody said the top sauce is mayonnaise. I don't know want to know why. Like I understand it's a topping, but I don't see it as dipping sauce to me is you have it in a cup, you take a wing, you take a chip, you take something and you go smash. You take it out and it's covered in it and then you eat it. I don't believe in the fact of like where it's like, you get a smear and then I'm going to like put it on like the burger thing or I'm going to put it on something else and take a bite. That's that's a condiment. That's not a dipping sauce. When you take a condiment and you turn it into a dipping sauce, it reverts the idea of a dipping sauce. I mean, I'm sorry. When you take a dipping sauce and you turn it into a condiment, I want condiment. I mean, dipping sauce. That's what we're talking about right now. I want something that, like, I take a chicken finger. What am I going to put this chicken finger in? You know? Like, I've had a chili sauce that you dip a chicken finger in. Dip it. Take a bite. Damn good. Barbecue. That is a dipping sauce. Dip it. Best dipping sauce for fries. Oh. Ketchup. Ranch dressing. Mayonnaise. Why? Fry sauce made of 2 ingredients, ketchup and mayonnaise. What in the world is going on here? Oh my God. Ketchup, mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, and sometimes a vaguely Barnaise-like sauce called sauce pommes frites. Found also in the same name of similar form in French-speaking Belgium. That's there you go. French fries pair well with a variety of toppings. Classic is ketchup and mayonnaise. What the fuck? Nacho cheese, cheddar cheese, blue cheese. Oh. Chili sauce, sriracha, jalapenos. Now we're getting deep in here. Ranch, honey mustard, barbecue sauce, garlic aiolis, gravy, curry sauce, mushy peas. What? Mushy peas? Where? What? I need a ruling on this. Mushy peas. No. Oh. Why mushy peas? I don't get into the fact of where the mushy peas come from or why it's even involved in it. It's that in itself is just, yeah, I couldn't do it. Can't do it. Too weird, too crazy. Nope, out of it. Hard pass. Oh. So if anybody has an idea for like what they like about dipping sauces, feel free. If you also want me to read what your dipping sauce is, comment on X, comment on Instagram, Facebook. Feel free to like actually state what it is. The other thing you can do that we've now broken in with, you can email us. Yes, that's right. Somebody grew up. You can email your tasty sauce or otherwise. Please no man sauce. I will tell you that right now. You can email it over to info.bostonconcessions, and that is concessions with a CONS, because we have sessions that are connected to Boston. That's how Boston Concessions comes up. But it is info@bostonconcessions@gmail.com. You can always write in, say stuff there. If there's ever anything that you want to actually have a tag in, that brings you to our page. By all means, come in, make your claim, send that off in an email, and I will read it to you here, where you can hear it on Spotify, you can hear it on YouTube, iHeartRadio, and also Apple Podcasts. I keep forgetting to the fact that I'm on Amazon Podcasts as well. Who the hell keeps up with this stuff? Sure as hell ain't me. Well, it's been a great show. I'm finding to the fact that these things are almost 2 hours now, and I can't get around it, so I don't care. But to anything, thank you for anybody who comes in, hangs out, leaves me on lurk, leaves me on chat. At some point, I want to get chatters in here too. We're building though. Just a couple things coming up. I believe the 19th, which is that Sunday. That will be WrestleMania Sunday. So just be prepared if you're actually into the show, if you like wrestling, if you like dealing with that type of stuff. We will be talking about wrestling. We'll have some guests. We'll have some people chiming in, stating like certain things, like what they liked about the event, how they wanted it. So if you're watching the event later on and you want no spoilers and you're avoiding like everything on its mother, do not tune into us because spoilers will happen. Just giving you a glorious heads up. At some point during it, I will also bring you up to date with everything going on in Boston sports. So we'll be hyped up about that. And then maybe try to find some of the wrestling food that is out there as well. That could be something of a nice, good, funny portion. Beauty part is like I've also like reached out to a couple of people that I would love to have on for guests. Aside from the SSBN challenge that has been hit, that'll also go out on X and also Instagram and all, stating to the fact that like, hey, you have been challenged, meet the quota, let's go. I understand I'll probably do 200 to 300 shows before you guys get to 400. That's completely fine. But it doesn't mean to the fact you have to sit out in the woodwork and not join. That's where you got to break the barrier. But I thank you all for hanging out. We are Boston Concessions. We're a Boston-based sportscast brought to you by SSBN, Small State Big Network. Those are the boys down in Rhode Island that we absolutely love hanging out with when they do decide to. We shall be back. We'll be back on our normal time on Sunday night. Sunday night into Monday morning, midnight, we will be cracking. The weekend will be a very, very busy one. We'll talk about the weekend, everything that it brings up, and hopefully some of you have had a wonderful weekend. And also to the fact if we can actually get some really good stuff happening as well, by all means. But until then, please enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your Fridays, your Saturdays. Come back here and hang out with us on Sundays, even if you got to go to work in the morning. Or on your ride to work. Hit us up on Spotify. Like I said, iHeartRadio. You can do Apple Podcasts. Why? Because not everybody has a Samsung phone like I do. But again, my name is Topher. I'm with Boston Concessions. We thank you for this lovely venture and like turn right down the lane of sports and everything else. And thank you for talking dipping sauces, because it's somewhat where it's at times. So, I will see you Sunday. Don't behave yourselves. It's not a fun moment. Be in the mix. Do what you feel. It's the weekend. Of all things, good night, everybody. Or good morning. Or good afternoon. Good evening and good night.